सेंट मीराज कॉलेज की स्टूडेंट्स जो है वो एक अमेजिंग डांस मेडले हमारे सामने प्रेजेंट करेगी और इसमें एक बहुत ही बढ़िया मैसेज है। सो जोरदार तालियां सेंट मीराज कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए।
गुड मॉर्निंग गर्ल्स एंड बॉयज। क्या आपको पता है हम सेंट मीराज की लड़कियां इतनी ताकतवर और शक्तिशाली कैसे हैं? क्योंकि हम रोज सब्जियां और फल खाते हैं। तो आओ देखें हमारा कमाल।
आज से अपना है ये नारा, सब्जी खाए हम रोजाना। सुना है सब्जी खाने वाले सेहतमंद है सबसे ज्यादा। शाकाहार हो तू अपना ले, आलू भिंडी पनीर मसाला। और एक बार से दिल नहीं भरता, खाकर देख तू दोबारा। टन टना टन 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 टारा, फल और सब्जी खाए रोजाना। टन टना टन 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 टारा, फल और सब्जी खाए रोजाना। सुना है सब्जी खाने वाले सेहतमंद है सबसे ज्यादा। अरे खड़े खड़े क्या सोच रहे हो, शाकाहार है सबसे न्यारा। आज तुम्हें मैं एक राज की बात बताऊं, पेट भर फलहार करूं मैं, ताकतवर कहलाऊं। अरे समझना मुझको ऐसा वैसा, बल है मुझ में भीम जैसा। अरे खाते हैं हम रोज यारो, टमाटर मेथी गाजर खीरा। आलू भिंडी प्याज तू खा ले, अब तुझको है किसने रोका। टन टना टन 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 टारा, फल और सब्जी खाए रोजाना। जब जोर की मुझको सोचूं मैं क्या खाऊं, चिकन मटन को छोड़ के अब मैं शाकाहार अपनाऊं। तन और मन से स्वस्थ वही जो फल और सब्जी खाए, रोगों की ना होगी टेंशन, सेहत की अच्छी कंडीशन। शाकाहार में ऐसा दम है जो अपना ले नंबर 1 है। टन टना टन 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 टारा, फल और सब्जी खाए रोजाना। टन टना टन 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 टारा, फल और सब्जी खाए रोजाना। सुना है सब्जी खाने वाले सेहतमंद है सबसे ज्यादा। आज से अपना है ये नारा, सब्जी खाए हम रोजाना, सब्जी खाए हम रोजाना। सब्जी 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 सब्जी।
सब्जी वब्जी खा के क्या कर लोगे? क्या यहाँ से ताकतवर थोड़ी ना बन सकते हो? टन टना टन 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 टारा चलती है क्या 9 से 12? ओ भाई साहब, बोलो बेबी। नहीं नहीं, माफ कर दो, माफ कर दो। अब पता चला नारी शक्ति होती क्या है। इसीलिए क्योंकि हम रोज फल और सब्जी खाते, तो आओ देखे।
Ladies and gentlemen.
좋아! 가자! 모두의 존재, 서로 편하지 않는 것이 존재. 소리 못 지르는 사람 오늘 술래. 다 같이 빌딩을 강강 수월해. 터져, 내 퍼져. 나도 타고 모두에게 퍼져. 아름다운 젊은이 갈라져 있던 땅덩어리. 굵게 돌고 도는 몰래 봐봐 이 생사인데. 가슴 쫙 확진하게 손뼉을 치면서 노래를 하면서 좌우로 흔들어 소리 지르는 네가 음악에 미치는 네가 인생 즐기는 네가 소리 지르는 네가 음악에 미치는 네가 인생 즐기는 네가 챔피언. 천정과 학생 서로 눈이 부서지만 나인 같아. 너를 영원하고 싶은 마음 같아. 오늘부로 힘을 모아 합세 하나로 합체. 모두 힘을 길러 저리로 질러. 가리로운 외침이 저기 높은 하늘 찔러. 소리 질러. 우리는 최도권 찔러. 둥글게 돌고 도는 몰래 봐 인생 사랑인데. 마치 모두 어깨 동무 손뼉을 치면서 노래를 하면서 가번 없이 성별 없이 앞뒤로 흔들어 소리 지르는 네가 음악에 미치는 네가 인생 즐기는 네가 소리 지르는 네가 음악에 미치는 네가 인생 즐기는 네가 챔피언.
Now I will request Dada कि वो अपने thoughts हमारे साथ शेयर करें. कोई
Children of different schools, namaskar to everyone. There is only one thing that I have to tell you today. Can you guess what it is? Can any one of you tell me what I wish to tell you today? What truth of life I wish to pass on to you today? It is a simple truth. This truth is that creation is one family. Who created you? God created. Who created you? Who created you? Who created the animal? So the Creator is the same. The Creator is the Father. He is the Father of creation. Therefore, man and animal, they both are brothers, they both are sisters. Would you like to slaughter a brother and eat him up? Would you like to do it? You would love your brother, isn't it? You would love your brother. Today we have met together to spread this great message of love. What the world needs today is love. Today nation is fighting nation. Today brother is killing brother. Why? Because we do not know that we all are brothers and sisters. Do you have pets? Do you have dogs? Do you have cats? Don't you love them? You love them, isn't it? There was a woman, a Parsi woman, who came from Bombay. She had a cat whom she loved. Somehow or the other, the cat got missed. And you should have seen the condition of the woman. The woman could not eat. The woman could not sleep. The woman could not speak. All the time she was shedding tears. Why? Because she loved her cat. This love should flow out of you to everyone. Why? Because one is our Creator. Supposing you are a family of 5 and you go out. Some go to their office, some go to the school, some go to study. At night, only 4 returned. 5 went in the morning. Only 4 returned in the evening. They wait for the 5th one, but the 5th does not return. Will they be happy? They will not be happy. Some terrorist catches hold of the 5th member, takes him to the slaughterhouse, cuts him into pieces. This is what we are doing every day to millions of animals all over the world. On an average, everyone who eats, I call it food of violence, you call it meat. Everyone who eats meat kills over 2,000 creatures, both big and small. 2,000 creatures who love life as much as you and I do. You love life, don't you? I want you to answer me. Why have you said like Munis? You love life, don't you? Life is the most precious. What is the most precious thing that we have? It is life. There was a man, the terrorists got hold of him. He said to them, "Take all my wealth." He was a very rich man. "Take all my wealth, but don't take away my life. My life is most precious." What is most precious? Life. And you, many of you, are taking the lives of so many animals. The animal takes the same breath. The breath which you and I are taking, the animal takes the same breath. The animal shares with me so many things. And above all, the creator of the animal and the creator of man is one. This is what makes the animal and the man brothers. We are eating our brothers. How long can we do? When you took your food, did you ever feel that you are eating your brothers? Food came on the table, you took it as a matter of course. Everybody is eating it, I am also eating. But if you know that you are eating your brother, you will not touch it. You will say, "I will take care of my brother, I will not eat him. I will feed him." There is a difference between feeding and eating. You would like to feed your brother. You would not like to eat your brother. How many of you would like to eat your brothers? Not one. How many of you would like to feed your brothers? So many. I am so happy. But today I am told there is a question and answer meeting. There are some questions that will be asked. Answers will be given. But if you find that you have a better answer than the one that I have given to a question, do not hesitate in asking for the mic. Nothing will make me happier than to leave this hall having been enlightened by your knowledge, your experience, your wisdom.
Dada, we have some questions from students. I will ask you these questions one by one.
Do kindly.
First question is, if we want everyone to go vegetarian, then why can't we close all the slaughterhouses and stop selling chicken?
Yes, that is why we are met together Today, we want to close all slaughterhouses. No body should be slaughtered. No body should be killed. This should be a rule of life. This should be the teaching that is passed on to every student in the school and in the college. Do not kill anybody. Why? Because if I kill an animal for food, why will I will not hesitate in killing someone whom I regard as an enemy. All killing should stop. There should be no killing. Killing should be natural. A person is born, he grows, he does his work, he becomes old, he dies. This death should be natural. It should not be that I take a sword, I take a knife, I kill a creature. I have no right to kill a creature because I cannot bring a dead creature to life. If I can give life to a dead creature, I can also take away the life of a living one. But I cannot. Supposing I brought a dead cat here and kept on the stage, will you be able to give it life? You would say, "Catty, Catty, Catty, please get up. We have come today to greet you. It is your birthday. We have come to wish you many happy memories." You will not be able to do it. A dead creature cannot be brought to life. Likewise, a living creature must not be brought to death. Are you able to understand me?
Dada, next question is,
But are they able to understand me?
you understand? Okay, you can reply.
You may agree or not agree, but are you able to understand what I am telling you? You are able to understand. How many of you agree with me? Oh, so many of you. I shall give you a hand.
Dada, next question is kind of confession. This student is saying, I am addicted to eating non-vegetarian food. What to do? How to stop this?
There was a student who was given to gambling. Every spare minute that he had, he gambled. Then he said, I don't want to gamble. And he stopped gambling. He refused to join a group of students who gambled. He did not meet them at all. He said, I have nothing to do with gambling. So all you have to do is to pledge to yourself that you will not eat food of violence. You will not eat, what do they call it in Hindi?
Masahar.
मांसाहार मांसाहार नहीं खाऊंगा नहीं खाऊंगा नहीं खाऊंगा. Promise to yourself. It is sinful food. It is dirty food. It makes you inside dirty.
Next question is, Dada, what is the best moment in the 100 years of your life?
This is the best moment. I have addressed many students' meetings, but such a big meeting. Oh, I got terrified when I came here. So many students. But my best student and my best moment is yet to come. My best moment will come when you will say, नहीं खाऊंगा, नहीं खाऊंगा. क्या नहीं खाऊंगा? मांसाहार, मांसाहार नहीं खाऊंगा, मांसाहार नहीं खाऊंगा, मांसाहार नहीं खाऊंगा. That will be my best moment. I am waiting for that best moment to come.
Dada, next question is, there are few doctors who say that you have to eat non-vegetarian in order to become strong.
Doctors now are beginning to realize that several diseases are due to eating meat. Therefore, they are telling their patients not to eat meat. There are so many who believe that cancer is due to eating meat. Cancer is such a dread disease. Cancer is such a painful disease. I have seen patients suffering from cancer. How much they suffer? It is due to meat. Vegetarian food is natural food. It is the best food. I invite you all to come on the 25th of November. It is a Saturday, isn't it? Yes. On Saturday next, we shall have free lunch here. Lunch will be provided free. Come and take vegetarian free lunch on Saturday. What time is it? 1 o'clock. Come and join us.
Dada, next question is, student from St. Helena's is asking, what's the purpose of life?
The purpose of life is to grow in perfection. The purpose of life is to become more and more compassionate. You should grow in compassion. You should have compassion for every creature. That is the difference between a human being and an animal. An animal is not compassionate, but a human being can be compassionate. Grow in love. Meet everyone with love. Speak to everyone in love. Deal with everyone in love. Give love to all.
Next question, Dada, is from Saint Mira's. As a teenager, there are so many distractions. How I can avoid all these distractions?
The difficulty is that your face is turned toward distraction. All you have to do is to turn the face. Turn it back. Give it back to distractions. Wow. You are a student, you have to study. You must control distractions. You must not be controlled by distraction. There are students, they give so many hours to the TV. That is not right. There are students, there's the student who met me, he said he sees 7 films. 7 films in a week. That is 1 film per day. That is not right. When I was a student, school student, in my whole career as a school student and a college student, I had seen only 1 film. The title of that film was Ben-Hur. It was a wonderful film. Ben-Hur. That was the only film that I had seen. Then, after I did my postgraduate, I have seen many films. But so long as I was a student, up to graduation, I had seen only 1 film.
Dada, next question. Dhaneshwari from St. Mira's is asking why we have to be kind to those people who are not kind to us.
Why do you eat food? Food which does not eat you. You take food, don't you? Every day you take food. Does that food eat you? Food is meant to be eaten. Those that are not kind to us are meant not to be kind to us. Because it is in a measure that we return love for kindness, love for unkindness, that we grow in life. We have come here. This whole earth is a school. It is not a pleasure ground. It is not a cricket pitch. We have come here to learn lessons. And one lesson which we must learn is the lesson of kindness, the lesson of love. You don't love me, you hate me, but I love you in return. This is what I have come here to learn.
Dada, next question is, how may I be happy every day?
Every day, if you want to be happy, make others happy every day. What you give to others comes back to you. That is the law. If I give love to others, love will come back to me. If I give jealousy to others, jealousy will come back to me. I want to be happy, therefore I must give happiness to others. Just try it and try to give happiness to some. You will see that happiness has come to you, come back to you. You may not have heard the name of Carlyle, but as you grow in years, as you go from the school to the college, you will hear the name of Carlyle, one of the best English writers. Carlyle, they asked Carlyle, what has been your happiest moment in life? He said, I was 8 years old. When a poor man came, knocked the door of a house, I opened the door. And this man said, I am poor, will you not give me something so that I may purchase food and eat? And Carlyle says, as a little boy, 8 years old, I went inside, I brought out my piggy bank and I gave the bank to him. And he says, that gave me so much happiness that I have not experienced such happiness in all my life. There is happiness in giving. When you give something, you become happy.
Dada, next question is from Tanvi, St. Mira's Secondary School. She is asking, we have heard that you completed your education at C.V. Raman Research at very young age. Then what is it which turned you to this side after gaining such great success? What made you leave the science field?
It is true, I got a number of double promotions. I got 4 double promotions. Otherwise, in my days, you used to matriculate at the age of 17. I matriculated at the age of 13. But then I came under the influence of this great beyond words man. They called him Sadhu Vaswani. I came under his influence and I forgot everything. I said I must serve him. I must become one of his servants. I'm only a servant. He is the master. And what I am telling you is coming from him. He is giving the answer. I'm only sending it to you.
Next question is from Sakshi Rathi and Siddhika Gaikwad, St. Mira's Secondary School. If God really exists, then why is there poverty all around?
Why?
If God really exists, then why is there poverty all around?
If knowledge really exists, why is there ignorance all around? It is because all the people don't strive to get knowledge. If everybody had the hunger for knowledge which you have, all would be educated. All would become persons of knowledge.
Next question is from Vanshika. Why do we remember God only in bad times, not in good times?
You must ask yourself, why do you do it? You should thank God all the time. Do you know when food comes to us? 3 times every day. We take breakfast, we take lunch, we take dinner. Food comes to us. But before we eat food, there is a simple prayer that we offer. I want to pass on that prayer to you in the hope that you too will offer that prayer before you eat food. Thank you, God, for the food we eat. Thank you, God, for the food we eat. You repeat it to me. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for the friends we meet. Thank you, God, for the songs I sing. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for the food I eat. Thank you, God, for the friends I meet. Thank you, God, for the songs I sing. Thank you, God, for everything. Carry this prayer with you. Offer the simple prayer before you eat. And food will become tastier. You will see yourself.
Dada, this is the last question. Why is there so much of hatred in this world? How do we stop this hatred, racism, and war?
You will be able to stop all racism and all distinctions between the poor and the rich, provided you believe that God is the Father of all. We began with this thought. God has created everyone. He has created man, He has also created the animal. If He is the creator, then we both are brothers and sisters. Who has created man? Who has created the animal? Then what is the relationship of man and God, of man and animal? Very simple. It's a very simple equation. We have made it complicated. From now on, will you regard the animals, especially the one that serve you, the dog, the horse, the cow, these animals, will you regard them as your brothers and sisters? Yes. Will you eat their flesh? Will you feed them? Yes. Will you take care of them? Yes. Will you talk to them lovingly? Yes. They will understand your language. They cannot speak your language, but they understand your language. Give them the love of your heart, and you will grow. Any question that you have to ask?
Dada, questions are over. I mean, this was the last question. Last question. This was the last question. Okay. So, students, today, आज ये blessing हमें मिली है कि खुद दादा हमारे साथ है और उन्होंने हमें गाइड भी किया, हमारे कुछ क्वेश्चंस का जवाब भी दिया और बहुत ही ये जवाब जो है हमें लाइफ में अच्छी तरह से गाइड करेंगे. सो फिर से एक बार हम जोरदार तालियों के साथ थैंक यू कहेंगे दादा को. 100 years and still he is so energetic and inspiration हम सब के लिए वो है. सो फिर से एक बार हम जोर से कहेंगे थैंक यू दादा. थैंक यू दादा. थैंक यू दादा.
Thank you, children. Thank you, children. Thank you, children. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You have taught me much. Your questions have taught me. I come here to learn. I am also a student. I may appear to have grown up, but I am still like a child. May I tell you one thing? Remember the year 1789. 1789. 1789. Before 1789, men had no rights. Kings were supreme. Kings could do anything. But in the year 1789, the French National Assembly passed a Bill of Human Rights. That assembly gave right to man. which century? 18th century. 18th century gave right to men. 19th century gave rights to slaves. Otherwise slaves had no rights. You could do anything you like to a slave, he could not complain. But Abraham Lincoln in America, he gave rights to slaves. The 18th century gave rights to men. 19th century gave rights to slaves. 20th century has given rights to women. Women got rights only in the 20th century. Now they have rights. They can fight men, and they fight well. And now we are in the 21st century. It is going to give rights to animals. Animals will get rights. And the very first right is the right to live. Because, as I said to you, you cannot give that, you cannot take away that which you cannot give. Since you cannot give life to a dead creature, you have no right to take away the life of a living one. The 21st century will give rights to animals. You will not be able to kill an animal. Every animal will have the right to live. Give a hand to every animal. Thank you. Thank you.